All right, so when it comes to nutrition, many of you might be wondering, why don't we just tell you what to do? Now, if you're in the healthcare profession or you're someone on the outside that's looking to get healthier, you know the question. It is, what should I eat? Or I'm trying to improve my nutrition. What should I do? Now, what the rookies will do, the rookie coaches, the rookie healthcare practitioners, is when you ask them the question, well, what should I eat? Or when it comes to nutrition, what should I do? You're instantly going to get a blah, 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 blah. You should do this. You should do that. You should eat more. You should eat less. Maybe you should eat more protein. Maybe you're eating too many carbs. Like, in other words, you sort of get this verbal diarrhea of all the things you should be doing, and yet there's no process. There's no questionnaire. There's no health history. There's no understanding of what it is you're already doing that may or may not be working that well. And in addition to the blah, 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 there's like,
well, maybe you should just stay away from seed oils.
Really?
Maybe it's the potatoes. They're so inflammatory. Like,
ooh, it must be the seed oils that's causing your chronic fatigue and your pre-diabetic state. I mean, I can't think of anything else, right? Come on, rookies, rookie professionals, rookie coaches, and rookie consumer. You would never go to a lawyer or a CPA and sit down in their office and just say, well, what should I do with my taxes? And expect them to go blah, 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 give you all this stuff you should be doing without any knowledge of what's happening or looking at your tax returns or looking through any of your financials or anything like that. So why are you allowing your coach or your healthcare practitioner to do the same on the nutrition basis? It doesn't make any sense. So instead, how to do this better and what do we do? At Move, we're not rookies. We have a process, and I want you guys to understand what it is and why we have this in place, because we're not going to blah, 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 and we're not going to should you to death, all right? Our process is, first of all, we listen. That's important. Second step is we always have you get an in-body scan or a comparable body comp analysis, because we want to know lean mass, fat mass, skeletal muscle mass. We want to know body fat percentage, and we want to know resting metabolic rate. Most people don't know that. And so when you start dealing with you should eat more or you should eat less, if you don't have a comparable understanding of resting metabolic rate and what it takes to keep the lights on, you really have no starting point, because you're just shooting in the dark with what your intake should be. Okay, so that's part 2. Part 3, we actually have you track inside of our app. That way, after 1 to 2 weeks, we can see reliable pattern intake. So we can see what you eat during the week. We can see what happens on weekends. We can get a sense for what you're eating on training days versus non-training days. And as we get to know you as a member here, and we understand your training patterns, your health history, what's working, what hasn't, we can give you good suggestions on what your calorie intake should be, what your protein intake should be, your carb intake approximately, and whether or not you're meeting your fat and fiber targets. So once we have the data from the in-body scan and we merge that together with your tracking, we're able to really give you intelligent advice. And remember as well, like, nutrition isn't a one-size-fits-all, and it's not a, hey, based on your data, this is what you should do, and it stays like that forever. Nutrition evolves. So as you lean out, as you gain weight, as you lose weight, as your training volume and intensity increases or decreases, your nutritional protocols will also shift. And we like to plan this in phases. For example, quarterly nutrition plans that integrate with your training plans, as an example. So that's why we use these systems at Move inside of our nutrition coaching plan, and also just as members who want to improve body comp, because we need data, we need this information to coach you from an intelligent standpoint. The biggest red flag is going to someone either doesn't monitor your nutrition, so they're taking care of you from a health standpoint, but they have no idea what's going on from a food intake standpoint. And then the other side of that coin is a coach or a practitioner who is giving you advice on food and supplements, but they have no idea what you've done, what you're doing, or what it is you're trying to do. They're just giving you real generic advice. So again, in this space, work with coaches and practitioners who not only know what they're talking about, but take everything into consideration when it comes to your progress and moving forward. Thanks.